Hey, Ed Drost here, and three proactive wellness reviews, part two. And my partner Steven is couldn't make it in today, so we're just doing our daily presentation. And like I said, we're talking about three proactive wellness, the supplements, the products, and reviews. And we have Dr. Tammy Watkins and also Dr. Alicia Clevenger talking about the product line. And part one was mainly on Vitality, our multivitamin pack, how convenient it is, and it's got everything you need right in this little package. So uh, I'm going to let they're going to talk about other products in our product line.
I think that that's a big, big deal. Um, so Vitalite is your favorite product. What's the product that kind of surprised you? Like you were like, I'm not sure, but it's like, wow, this is way bigger than I thought.
Gosh, great questions. I feel like I could answer all of them, but what comes to mind first and pretty quickly is the collagen. Same for the same reasons you've mentioned. I feel like collagen, I know collagen is everywhere. I feel like you can find it all different places. We had been really particular to find a good source of collagen that I had been using for a long time, and I knew I could tell a little bit when I hadn't taken that one, but once I started taking Three's collagen, within the first 10-day cycle, I noticed changes I had never noticed before. And so I was growing hair in along my hairline. My nails were so much stronger. My joints, especially in my knees, were that kind of crickety noise when I would do squats and work out. That started to reduce pretty quickly within that first time. I would say that surprised me the most, especially since I had been taking a really good collagen source before, but again, I just wasn't absorbing it the way that I'm absorbing this collagen now. And I was blown away by the results in such a short time.
That's the collagen is what got my husband running again, or the collagen product, which is huge. One more question I just want to touch on, because I know you've talked about this before. So I want everybody to hear. There are some people out there and some people we encounter who think, oh, I don't need to take supplements. Supplements are something that I need to take. I get everything from my food and things like that. Could you address that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a fair question, especially if people are being really intentional about what they're doing in their day. But the fact of the matter is we just can't avoid the toxic world that we live in. I would say our family is really intentional about what we put on our skin, what we use for household cleaners, certainly what we put in our body, but we can't avoid for our children and for ourselves what we're drinking at the drinking fountain at school, the air that we're being exposed to. Even the good food that we're eating isn't always what it used to be. Most of the time, it isn't what it used to be. So what used to be very nutrient dense still has nutrients, but not anywhere near the capacity that it did. In our area, our air quality lately has been visibly affected. And so no matter how many air filters we have in our house, no matter all of the things we're doing for our quality of water at home, being part of a functioning unit in this world and out into the community, there's things we just can't avoid. And there's going to be gaps in our nutrition and in the things that we need in order to function at our best. And there's no better way, in my opinion, to get it in than something that's a whole food, really well absorbed product to make up for those exposures that we just can't avoid.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's so important. And it is such a thing that when people start taking these, they start to see, oh, I really was deficient there and I didn't realize it.
And that was surprising to me for that reason. I wear EMF bracelets. We do all the things in our house and we have water filters. So I didn't anticipate that I would feel such a difference with taking a different line of supplements, and to take these and feel such a difference was something I wasn't expecting, and a fantastic surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to bring on our friends with testimonials tonight. We're going to, I think, be able to hit on all 6 products that Three offers, but I'll just cover them very quickly for people that are wanting to hear. So we have our Vitalite. So when somebody talks about that, that is that multivitamin. It's the one that gives the foundational, it covers those foundational gaps and gives us all that basic nutrition. We have our collagen that Dr. Tammy talked about. We have an eternal product, which is cellular health repair. We often will say anti-aging. We have an immune product for supporting the immune system. We have an anti-inflammatory product called Revive, good for agility, flexibility, mobility, and keeping inflammation down. And then we have a product called Purify, which is a daily detox that pulls the excess junk. It's great with that air quality, pulls that out of the system and helps keep that toxic load low. So those are the 6, and we're going to touch on those. So first up, we have Lisa Holubowski from Missouri. So if you could join us. Hi. Don't have her video. There you are.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So I'd love it if you could share a little bit about who you are, what you do, where you're from.
Yes.
And then I'd love to hear your story about 3 and why you love these products.
Yes. My name is Lisa Holubowski. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. My background is in nursing and medical device sales. I was a float pool nurse at a level 1 trauma center. So you name it, I've done it in the nursing field. I come from a medical background. My dad practiced internal medicine for 47 years, and my sister is still currently practicing internal medicine. So I definitely understand the science behind the products we have here at 3. I wanted to first mention homeostasis in the gut, because I am a true believer that once our guts hit homeostasis, our bodies function the way that they are supposed to. So for example, if you line up 10 humans, each one has their own issues that they're dealing with on a daily basis individually, but once they absorb the correct nutrients, their gut hits homeostasis and functions correctly. Our bodies cannot absorb everything they need to function properly from only foods. Like Dr. Tammy was just saying, all humans need supplementation in addition to the foods we eat. And not just any supplements, we need supplements that are actually absorbed, which is what we have here at 3. I'm married with 4 children. Our oldest, Jack, is 18, Molly's 16, Annie's 14, and Luke is 11. And first, I want to share kind of like the ailments that I had going on before starting 3. So first, I was always tired in the afternoons, feeling like I had no energy. And I always needed a cup of coffee to get me through the day, whether it was driving the kids around or just doing whatever I needed to do. So that was my first. I was just more tired than I wanted to be at the age of 46. That's how old I am. And then second, I've always been a morning person, and I was just not waking up feeling rested in the mornings, which obviously means I wasn't sleeping well. So I didn't like that either. Third, I have a torn right hip labrum, and I have left thumb joint arthritis from a previous injury that they just said over time develops into arthritis as we age. So I would say on a daily basis, my right hip, the pain scale of 1 to 10, my right hip was probably an 8, 9 out of 10 every day. By the end of the day, my thumb joint was probably about a 7 or 8 out of 10 on the pain scale. So that's where I was with that. My torn hip labrum did not prevent me from working out. It hurt me at rest, laying in bed, sitting in a chair for dinner, driving in a car, sitting on the bleachers, watching any of my kids' sports activities, standing in a stationary position, just talking. So it did not prevent me from working out, but it prevented me at rest, or it hurt me at rest. And that's when it gave me like just aching, throbbing pain. So, and then my left thumb joint prevented me from picking up a glass, doing push-ups at the gym, using it to text. Anytime my husband would go to touch my hand, I had to remind him to be careful. So those were like my things that I kind of complained about. So then I started 3, all 6 products, and 6 days into taking all 6 products, it was 12:30 a.m. on a Sunday night. I was laying in bed on my right hip, which I never could do before without pain. And I was just talking to my husband, and all of a sudden I thought to myself, it was like 2 minutes into laying, and I usually would have to turn. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't feel the pain. And so what do you think I did? I went right away to grab my left thumb to press on it. And I was like, oh my gosh, my thumb didn't hurt at all. And so I couldn't believe it. I mean, that was obviously I did not expect that. So so if I want to talk about like what I would attribute the products with the things that I had going on, I would say that my increased energy level I would attribute it to the Vitalite. And ever since I started Vitalite, I'd never have thought of having coffee in the afternoons anymore. If I miss my Vitalite, I definitely notice a difference, and I for sure get tired. Sleeping better and feeling more rested, in the mornings, I attribute to Vitalite and Purify. My right hip and left thumb pain, I attribute to Revive, Eternal, and Collagen. And then I didn't talk really a lot about immune, but we all need immune to stay healthy and keep us away from all the sicknesses. The last thing I want to mention is my oldest son, Jack, who's 18. He's a D1 baseball player at Mizzou, and he started all 6 products, and he swears by them. He will tell you that he has his energy is significantly increased, and he's religious. He takes them every day. He never forgets. But if for some reason he did forget, he would tell you he noticed. So he notices increase in energy. He says he sleeps better. His recovery from workouts is a lot better. He doesn't get as sore. He recovers quicker. He's not as swollen. His inflammation is down. So
that's huge.
Is my testimony.
Teenager tell you to have your teenager, as I'm a mom of teenagers, He's a mom of teenagers too, to have the teenager tell you anything like that, like I notice a difference, that's a big deal, right? How awesome for him that he can do that and play that level of athletics, which is awesome. Tammy, did you have anything you wanted to add about anything what she was talking about?
I just love how all of the products work together as this really beautiful system that, you know, Lisa mentioned she started taking all 6 of them together, and they really are designed so beautifully. I love the thought behind that they work so well as a system to target different areas that are the most common areas of concern and base of dis-ease in the body. And so I love that that congruent facet of the 6 together. So amazing.
And I always wonder, like, if that's what's happening on the outside, right? Like, if that's what's happening for somebody like Lisa, you know, who you talk about your hip, or you talk about some of these different things, if that's what's happening, that you can notice what's happening inside at that cellular level that you don't notice, that you don't know that's going on. You're giving your body that gift of high absorbing nutrients to do what it's intended to do, which I think is awesome. So thank you, Lisa, for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're going to move on.
Wow, that was a great testimonial there. And like, as you can tell, the products work. We have 2 doctors of chiropractic, one pediatric. They have a functional medicine company out in Missouri, and you know, they're putting their names behind this product. I've noticed the biggest difference in my life as far as a variety of energy, on the same lines. I don't have that many aches and pains, but just fantastic product line. As I told you, very simple. This is our multivitamin. Very simple. You take this each and every day. Your energy level goes up. I drink my coffee in the morning, and I used to drink coffee through the day in the afternoon, keep me going. And I really don't. It's a similar thing with myself. I don't drink quite as much coffee as I used to. So look, go to temovement.com. You can connect with me. We'll plug you into the system, get you the products out, and there'll be a link below that you can check out our product line, become a brand ambassador, or go to temovement.com. Again, Ed Drost here. Look forward to connecting. And as always, you have a great day.